All right, in last two lessons, 5, 9, 5, 10, we're going to talk about similar figures. So the fundamental property of similar figures is if two figures are similar, then the ratios of their corresponding lengths are equal, meaning corresponding sides, corresponding lengths are equal if they are similar. So if we know that they are equal, then they're similar. If we know they're similar, then they're equal. So which side of triangle XYZ corresponds to the given side of AB's triangle ABC? So side length AC. So I'm going to use yellow. So side length AC. So AC. So what length, we got to look at it. It's facing the same way, and they need to be facing the same way. Sometimes we have to rearrange our shapes and move them around to make them face the same way. So AC corresponds to side length XZ. So we have the line above it, XZ. So line segment XZ. All right, which one corresponds to BC? So BC is this side. So BC would be YZ. So line segment, line above the Y, Z. And then which one corresponds to AB? So here's AB, which would be XY. So line segment XY corresponds to that. So those are the sides that correspond to one another. They are the same side lengths. Or not, they're similar. Doesn't mean they're equal, it just means they're similar. Does not mean they are equal, it means that they are similar. So the figures are similar. Find each missing measure. Okay, so we know that sides are similar. So if I look at this, I see that 4 would be with the 12. So I can write that as a ratio, 4 over 12. So the 4 over 12 is coming from the corresponding side length, so 4 over 12. And then that's going to equal the other two side lengths that I have. And that would be 6 and we don't know. So when I write this, it needs to be 6 over we don't know x, because they correspond. So I have to make sure that like the 4 and the 6 came from the smaller triangle, 12 and the x came from the bigger triangle. So we just want to make sure that we keep everything lined up. So that came from those sides. And then this came from 2 lessons ago, solving proportions. So we cross multiply. This is the only time we cross multiply is when there's an equal, okay? So 4 times x equals, over here that equal sign, and then we cross multiply the other two numbers, 12 times 6. So 4x equals 72. How do we undo this? We divide both sides by 4 because we want to get rid of that 4 with the x. And we find out that x is equal to 18. And don't forget to label centimeters. So we get 18 centimeters for x. Alright, use the measurement at the right to find the height of the flagpole. Use a proportion. So we gotta set this up as a proportion. So again, let's find our corresponding sides here. So I have the base of the triangle, or the base of the ruler, the shadow that it's casting, with the shadow base of the flagpole, which is 72. So then I can come over here and I say, alright, 5. I can say 5 over 72 equals. And then I can look at the other one and say, alright, well, what corresponds? So I have the height of the ruler 3 with the height of the flagpole h. We don't know the height, so we have 3 over h. And then what we can do is cross multiply. So 5 times h equals 72 times 3. And then we get 5h equals 216, I believe. Yep, 216. And then we divide by 5 because we want to get the 5 or the h alone. So we divide both sides by 5, and we get h is equal to 43.2. Don't forget to label feet. And it's feet in this one. So please make sure that you label. So it's very important that you label, set up a proportion. This is from previous lesson, and that's how we solve for an unknown side.